Hello everybody, Pipe Man 1861 here. Down in the workshop, I got my workbench top finally fixed in place. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, by George, it'll do. Basically made this thing all out of pre-owned materials. The top of the board, plywood I used on top, that was actually used by a fella for a model train set, nailed the tracks to it. So it has little track marks all over the top, but it was free, so I'm not going to complain about it. The rest of the bench was old, rough cut wood that my father-in-law actually cut into about 1 to 6s, although they vary a little bit. So, workbench other than the screws didn't cost me anything, which I really appreciate everybody pitching in to help me get this together, because I really missed my workbench. It's 8 feet long and 26 inches deep, and I can do about anything on it I need to, so I'm very happy. I am smoking tonight some previously known as Old Toby. Now I believe it's Tom Bombadil. I'm probably mispronouncing that last name. From the Country Squire. And I'm smoking it in this poor pipe. By rights should be in the retirement home. This is a CPF that stood for the Colossus Pipe Factory. And they were in business from somewhere around 1880 all the way up to 1925, the best I can tell from my research. Because this is one of the little later ones, because you can see this is definitely the original stem, and it has the slotted button on it. When I got this pipe, it had real bad charring on the rim there. I've always had kind of a weakness for Dublins and Bulldogs. Those are my two favorite shapes. So, saw this one. Sterling silver band, original with the CPF stamp on it. CPF best make stamped on the top of the shank. It had a bunch of charring on the rim there, so I took it to the topping board. Oh, Gage, you've been seeing you. I was able to get most of the charring off, but kind of change the shape of it. Well, when I went to ream it and get all the old cake out, don't want to tip it too far, but if you look, the walls of the chamber were very soft toward that side because it had been smoked hot for years, and it just wiped that wood right out of there. So, I like the look of the pipe just a little bit too much to just let it go into the retirement home. So, what I did was I coated the inside, the thin part of the bowl on the inside with J.B. Weld. Because I read on a blog, fell up, and Steve Laug, I believe his name, when you pronounce his name, up in Canada. He restores pipes, no danger. He restores pipes, of course, and he has used that method. So what I did was I coated the inside of the bowl, the thin areas at least, with J.B. Weld, and then I gave the whole bowl a real heavy coat of the mixture of activated charcoal and sour cream to give me a little bit of more food-safe barrier in between the tobacco and the J.B. Weld. And the punchline to that, this pipe smokes amazingly. I love this pipe. This is actually one of my favorite pipes. I haven't smoked it in several months. I don't really know why. I generally reserve this for aromatics. Old Toby. Oh, it's like smoking a sugar cookie. I love this stuff. If you've never tried it, you need to get a hold of some if you like sweet aromatics, because it has a very, very heavy brown sugar topping. I don't think there's anything else topping-wise in it. Just heavy on the brown sugar. And it has, I believe, Cavendish, Virginia, and it has a little bit of Perique in it. And I'd say this is one of my favorite blends, if not in my top 3 favorite blends that I've tried to date. I really like my Country Squire tobacco. They do a really good job. I'd like to go down there one of these days. There'll be time one of these days. This has been an interesting week at work. I'm on my 90-day probationary period, which basically means they're trying to determine whether or not I know what I told them I know. Of course, being a locksmith, we do a lot of installing new locks, replacing old locks, repairing old locks, door closers, whole 9 yards. Yesterday I was out with a fella, I won't mention his name, he's a real nice guy. He's about 60. I really like him. He's a funny fella. But he was going on a job, and he got stuck with me. We got sent out to 16th floor of an office building. In northern Kentucky. Excuse me. The complaint was there was a glass door, where the closer was broken. The glass door was just slamming real hard. It was called a concealed closer, which means the closer was built into the top of the door frame. You couldn't see it. It was aesthetically pleasing, you know. If I ever get my hands on the fellow who invented those, I'll wring his neck. Anyway, I've never replaced one before. He had helped to twice in his career replace them. We get out there. I have no clue what I'm doing. He just barely has a clue what he's doing. And I tell you, he was so ticked off. He was so mad. Not at me. He was mad at the company for sending him and sending me along with him. He was, poor guy, he was up on the ladder. And it was a big 10-foot door. It was a big 10-foot door, and he was reaching up real high, and he was saying, "Oh, so-and-so, why did they send you out with me? Why did you send me to this stupid door? It's like the blind leading the blind." It was, too. We got it done. Worked perfect. 3.5 hours later, you gotta laugh at that stuff. But it's been a good week. I'm enjoying it so far. Well, I better get off of here. It's a little past my bedtime. It's about 10:30. I think that's what the clock just told me. So I better be getting off of here. So this is Pipe Man 1861 saying I thank you so much, folks. You have a wonderful evening. I will talk to you real soon, and I promise I'll eventually post a video with an actual topic. I like to talk and I like to make videos, so I'm afraid that the topics are going to be few and far between, but I promise I'll do my best to make some with them. Thank you, folks. Have a good evening. Talk to you soon here. Bye.